Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Yesterday, we took this economy 5 horsepower head and I brazed it up, and then after I got done filming, I got looking at it and I didn't like a couple of places. I got to just grind off these places. I needed a little more fill right here last night, so I went back at it after I shut the camera off. But anyway, I'll bring you back in a few. I'm just going to file up some stuff here, grind it a little bit, and yeah, we'll get her a little better looking. Well, I got this here filed up. I got a low spot right there. I really thought I was going to be like over here, right on the money. But as it turns out, it moved a little when I first started tacking it. Didn't know it. Stuff's so hot you can't feel it, once you start. And I got a little bit of a low spot. Should have had a little more braze right there. But when I put this on, what I'll do is, I'm not going to machine the whole thing just for this. I will put a little bit of the right stuff, the black silicone on that. And when it's done, I'll just take a razor blade and trim it off, and nobody will ever know it's there. That, I think, is the only problem I'm going to have. I chased over them holes I had, and they seem to have cleaned up. But I wanted to show you. Look at the play in this thing. I mean, we're talking just a few thousandths at way up here away from the guide. That guide is as tight. I've never seen an antique engine with guides that tight. I had a little oil on that. I mean, that Denny is tight. It's like unbelievable. The exhaust is the same. Well, I can't run it down through because it hits the flywheel right now the way it's setting. But these valves are like brand new. They have no wear on the stem. And the guides are the same. And nobody's ever changed the guides. There's no seat, no inserts in there. And the seats are like perfect. I am going to just crisp them up. So this head is going to work out perfect, I believe. So I'll bring you back in a little while after I get all that mess cleaned up over there. I'm a pilot person. I just pile and pile. So I got to clean up for a while, and we'll get after grinding them seats. An interesting little thing I noticed. That head is loose. This is a two-piece valve. Steel on the stem, cast iron on the head. So I don't know who reproduced it. I'm pretty sure it's a reproduction, but it may not be. You really can't tell, but like I say, there's no wear on this. So it looks to me like a new one. But the inside of the actual intake port looks as good as that too. So, not really sure. But we'll get a glove on. Hopefully we can upset that a little bit. I believe I'm going to let that set. We'll see how it looks. Okay, that is very, very tight. Can't move it with my hand. So I'm going to go regrind it to make sure that it's not distorted from the heat. And we can start assembling. Okay, we're going to put this head together. Just a touch of oil on stuff. Come on. Beautiful. I did go and grind that valve, and that valve was out a tremendous amount after pounding it. So let's see, exhaust between there, this intake, exhaust. They didn't call for these, but these are a grade 8 aviation washer. And well, sometimes you just put stuff on because it makes it better. And that's one of these deals. I don't like the idea of running a spring against a cotter pin. So, there we go. I'll go get a screwdriver and we'll continue on. Okay. Come back with the right tool. I'm not going to bend these much, just enough to keep them in. There we go. Beautiful. I like the way that looks. And we will put the stud in the middle. Okay, I will be back in a minute. I got to go clean up that spring. Okay, the only thing left to do is put this economizer back on, and these just go on over the spring like so. I just went up and yeah, I can't do that without a yep, easy. Oh, come on, fumble fingers here. There we go. And then these ones just go on the very top. And basically, when this engine is up to speed and the exhaust valve is held open by the rocker, which takes a lot to push it, but as you can see, it compresses this spring and it lifts on this cotter pin. And that keeps this intake from losing fuel out the exhaust when they're up to speed. You could do away with this altogether if you was running slow RPM all the time. But if you get them up to speed and you're working them like on a cordwood saw, you really got to have this piece here and there working. I'm going to go ahead and spread these cotter pins out and get them all set. I'll do that off camera. So this choke plate, they had it on with a real long screw. Not correct, it's too long. And too large of a spring. It's almost big enough to go over the head. As you can see, it's pretty big. But I don't throw away any springs. I never have. It's just like at some point you're going to need one. So I've gone through. This one here is a little smaller. But the real one I think is the sweet one, is this one. I'll show you why here, get you held up so you ain't moving all over. This one here fits beautiful right under the head. Slides on the actual bolt good. So I'm going to go and find me another bolt like this. This one here is bent down at this end. You can see it's been hit a little bit. I'm going to get a better bolt and get a good set of dikes that'll cut that. Well, I guess I got a set right here. Yeah, we'll use this. Well, I decided to use the red one. It had about another, oh, I don't know, 30 thousandths or so clearance. Just seemed to fit better. So I went and I'm using the same screw over. The reason I'm using the same one over is these are number 12s. They are not number 10s. And I don't happen to have a lot of number 12 stuff around here. So this is going to work fine. It sets in there good, which I like. Yeah, so number 10, I got all kinds of those. Went over and it's actually, that's 185 and those are 210. So a little bit of difference, enough that you can't use them. They won't interchange. So that's all I'm going to put together on this head. I put a drop down. This is one of the faults of these, that they got that damn plug right in here. It's a pain in the butt to get into with an adjustable. And I know this isn't original. Some people haul foul, but I'm going to use this engine. And yeah, we're going to make it so we can run it. So anyway, everything's all set on the head. When they built these originally, they built them, they ran them, washed them, and painted with a spray gun. So everything got sprayed. So I'm going to do the same thing. It's all together. I'm going to spray it. Call it good. Well, everybody, that's the end of this video. As you can see, came out pretty good. I don't really know what red these are supposed to have. That is where the repair was. I mean, you and I both can kind of see it because we know it's there, but probably within a day, well, once I get the machine all assembled, I'll paint it again. And then I don't think you'll be able to even see it. But yeah, they had some awful rough castings back then. That's going to be it for this video. So hope everybody's doing well, keeping safe. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. I think I might have to go get out the tractor and do some plowing. Yeah, this is what we got today. About 1.5 inches, 2 inches, something like that. And, well, it's still misting real light. It's 22 degrees, it's been raining. So, anyway, quite a mess out. But it's not enough to plow everything. We're just going to plow the main driveway tonight and call it a day. The next video, I guess, is going to be of disassembling the ignition system, the push rod, cam gear, and governor. We'll take that all off the machine, and then I will get this block off, and we got another repair to do. And we'll see if it's just on the very front or if it goes the whole length underneath. I've seen them both ways. So anyway, that's going to be the next one.